Oh God.
Here's what games the Explosion Network is looking forward to in December. And let's be honest, there's not really that much releasing. The first thing is out on the 3rd of December, Life is Strange Season 2, Episode 5. The final episode of Life is Strange 2 is coming, and I'm going to try to not really fill in heaps of spoilers here, but we'll say that we had a massive eventful thing happen in episode 4. It was action blown, it was emotional, it was wowee, where are we going to go in the season finale? And we're about to find out where we're going to go in the season finale. For those that have been waiting for the full season release, the full season is also getting released the day after, so I think on the 4th is like the full physical package and stuff for those willing to jump in then. And I would say that I've really enjoyed this season, and if you want to hear me talk about it a bit more, you can head on over to explosionnetwork.com or search your podcast services for Beyond the Strange, where myself and Nick have been breaking down each and every episode throughout the year as they have been releasing, and we'll be doing the same for the finale. So if you're playing along at home with the full release or release of the final episode, make sure you do that.
The rest of your lives. Leave us alone. What's happening?
What you and your brother have is the most important thing.
Also on the 3rd of December, we get Arise, a simple story. Arise is a journey through the bittersweet lives of two people where memories come alive and time bends to your will. Set out on an emotional rollercoaster ride through the changing landscapes of memories, lush with feelings of love and loss. We got our first look at this during one of the State of Plays earlier in the year. It looks beautiful. It looks just gorgeous. So I'm keen to just, walk through this world as a Viking dude and look at all the pretty colors and feel emotions.
Feel emotions. Yeah, it seems like the first trailer didn't reveal too much about like what exactly the full gameplay is, but the art style and everything was certainly like hooked you in straight away. But it seems like it's going to be like traveling through different areas in this sort of limbo thing, and then there's going to be puzzle mechanics involving like being able to rewind time and these sorts of things. So how involved of a puzzle game it is, don't really know. Is there any sort of combat? Don't really know. But either way, the premise and the art style I think is like super intriguing, and I'm very keen to play this one come next month. And then on the 5th of December, Darksiders Genesis gets its release on PC and Stadia. The console release is coming sometime next year. I don't know if it has a full release date. So Darksiders Genesis gives players their first look at the world of Darksiders before the events of the original game, as well as introduces the Horseman Strife. That is the fourth Horseman of the Apocalypse finally being introduced to us. This game was on show at PAX. I did not actually go hands-on with it, but I did get a chance to walk past and check it out and these sorts of things. And I would say that it looks exactly like what you think it looks like in the trailers. And if that intrigues you, then this is something to be excited about. I personally think this looks really cool. It's a top-down, twin-stick action game. Like, you think Diablo, but without all the loot. And I guess without all the loot might turn some people off, but then it's just like more focused on, I guess, story and combat and these sorts of things. And giving you get some loot, but it's not like every enemy's dropping a crap ton of things for you to sort through and go through and like pick what's the best item for you to use. And I really like the first Darksiders. I like the second Darksiders, and I played the third one for time reasons and whatever else. But I'm very keen to play this one simply because it seems to be playing around with the game's lore and story and just chucking into a different gameplay style, which I'm keen on.
Yeah, I did get gameplay time at PAX, and I can tell you it plays exactly the way it looks like it plays. So, yeah. If that type of game is something, I'm sure this will scratch that itch. So,
scratching itches, coming to you December. And that's it. So, for more on those 3 games and other video games as well, make sure you head on over to explosionnetwork.com.